What's up, YouTube? It's the Guillotine Geeks back for UFC 276, July 2nd at T-Mobile Arena. We're kicking off the main card. We're out here every week. Make sure to hit a like, hit a subscribe, and leave a comment. Let us know what you think. Jumping into it, we got Sugar Sean O'Malley versus Pedro Munoz, and I am absolutely on Sugar Sean O'Malley in this one. I think he goes out and does whatever he wants early. You know, I don't know if he'll put out the vibranium chin of Pedro Munoz, but what I do know is he'll shake it up a little bit. He's going to hit him with some good shots. I think he's able to go get it done. You know, this is definitely going to be his most experienced fighters ever fought. I think he's going to make it a little bit dirty, and we haven't seen O'Malley fight too often when it's dirty, but he's got a lot of reach. He's got a lot of quickness, and he's got a whole bunch of stuff we probably haven't even seen yet. He's young. He's innovative, and I think he's the kind of electric striker that's going to go out there and be the first one to finish Pedro Munoz. What do you got, man? Or CEO?
All right. Well, let's just say that the matchmakers for the UFC are working in Sean O'Malley's favor, because this is a fucking matchup, man. I think that O'Malley's all over this one. I think that Pedro Munoz just is kind of flat-footed, walks forward. O'Malley's the kind of guy that has footwork. We haven't really seen before yet for a guy with his like height and size. So it's going to be kind of crazy to watch him just fucking play patty cake on Pedro's face for like 3 rounds, because I don't think that O'Malley, you know, is exactly a lock on a knockout, but I do think that he's going to paint Pedro Munoz another color on Saturday night. And minus 280 might just be about right. Not the biggest O'Malley guy, but I think he's definitely going to win this fight. Watch out for those calf kicks, bucko. Dano, what do you got?
I got O'Malley, and I like his range in this fight. He's got 7-inch reach advantage, and then him and Cheeto, your boy Cheeto, have the top 2 leg reaches in the UFC. So, like, he's all about range. Pedro Munoz is way smaller than him in this fight, so I just think not a whole lot to break down. I feel like if it goes to the ground, which I don't see it will, O'Malley's going to want to get it on the feet so bad that I don't think it'll be a problem. He'll be able to get up, and once he's on the feet, I think he's going to put on a clinic. I'm going TKO.
100P Fishman, what do you got?
This fight is going to be a banger. I'm riding with Sean O'Malley. Pedro has never been finished. I don't see Sean finishing him, but I think it's going to look a lot like the Holloway and Qatar fight, where he's just going to be lighting him up, and there's not going to be too much Pedro can do. Sean's quick, he's lengthy, and it kind of looks like the Jalen Turner-Riddell matchup, where one guy's lanky and one guy's a little shorter. But let's go O'Malley and the Sugar Show.
100P, that's a sweep. Sugar, always getting the stage set for. This is a guy in the rankings. There were so many that could have posed such bigger threats, but of course, here he is with Lo Pedro, not in the prelims. We're moving into the next boot. We got the legend, Robbie Lawler, 29-15, stepping out against Brian Barberena, 17-8. These guys bring fucking violence, and this is going to be a bloodbath. I like Robbie Lawler. Let's go. Everybody's sleeping on the kid. Not exactly, but I do think he does come out with the dub in this. I think he's the more seasoned brawler. I think that when it comes down to the nitty gritty and it comes down to landing those big bombs, I think he's the guy that's going to get it done. And, you know, after all these big scraps, people can say like, oh, he's so durable and all this stuff. No, man, these things add up, and these things take big tolls on guys like that. I think Robbie Lawler, in his last couple fights, you know, I guess he lost a round to Nick or whatever, but he won the fight, and he had to overcome, what he had to overcome, and he won the fight. And I think that he's gonna have a little bit of momentum. He's the kind of guy that likes to have that chip on his shoulder. I think he's got it coming into this. And I think he's gonna put it on Brian Barberena at some point in this fight. I like Robbie Lawler inside the distance. Let's go Goosey off rip.
I'm gonna be on the other side of this coin, and I'm gonna take Brian Barberena. I think he's the younger guy. They fight a very similar style. He's just doing it at a little higher pace, and I think if you're able to put the pace on Robbie Lawler, that's when you really see him struggle. He even struggled against Nate Diaz in the first round of their last fight when Nick was walking forward. So that's Barberena's style. This guy's in his prime. He's putting good performances together. The loss to Bobby Witt is a little bit of a head scratcher, but I think Bobby Witt's going to posed much more of a wrestling and grappling threat than Robbie does. I think Barberena's just going to go out there and be able to outbrawl him in this one, so that's why I'm picking him.
Don't sleep on Robbie's wrestling pedigree, baby. Let's see it now. Let's go. Dana, what do you got?
As of right now, I don't know what I have. I think this is going to be like a 50-50 barn burner slugfest between these two. And I feel like it's going to be one of those fights where Lawler's hurting him up against the cage, and then Barberena's hurting him up against the cage, and they have their moments back and forth. But just after hearing you guys and just looking at some statistics, I feel like I'm going to go with Barberena. I just want the younger guy in the brawl. He's always looking to perform. He was, I think, fighting that against Matt Brown, right, in Columbus, and he was talking about loving the fans and stuff. So fans are going to be going nuts for this fight, and I feel like he's going to live up to it. Take down a legend.
100P, Fishman, what do you got?
This one was tough for me, but I feel like we all know Robbie's a little bit past his prime now, and I think he could have done better against Nick, but I'm still gonna ride with the boy. I'm still riding with the kid, bro. I mean, the kid, there's something different in his head here where I feel like he just has no quit in him, and he will go to hell and back to win. I don't see Barberena putting him out, and I think he's just going to dog it out, and I think he's got it. But Barberena, he's a good pick here, but I'm going to ride with the kid. I just want him to win.
Ruthless. We're moving into the next one. Holy shit. Banger. Sean Strickland against Alex Paella. Sean Strickland is plus 105. Alex Paella is minus 125. Basically, coin flip fight. Alex Paella, the guy who knocked out Izzy, if you don't know. Sean Strickland. He's supposed to be the UFC psychopath, but he doesn't fight like it. He has a wrestling background. He can make fights very boring. He can lay on guys. That is what I expect him to do in this matchup. Paella has way too much pop. He's way too lopsided in skills, leaning stand up, that Strickland would be dumb not to just try to make this a wrestling bout. The thing is, Alex Paella is probably one of the biggest guys this division's seen in a big while, and he's training with Glover Teixeira. So, yeah, man, let's go. Minus 125. Keep this fight on the feet. Land a left hook. Send the UFC villain asleep and a stretchy.
Oh no.
Yeah, dude. I think Alex Paella lands the left hook, knocks out Sean Strickland in the second or third round after a round and a half or two of just nut sniffing attempts and scrambles. But then, that gas tank's going to run out, and there's going to be that 1 point, and it's just going to go wop, 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 whoop, whoop, just like Izzy took it. Sleep mode. I got Paella inside the distance. What do you got, Goosey?
Going with Sean Strickland.
Fuck,
I'll
why do I
take the
even say
psychopath in this one because he's top 5. He's proven himself. He has a lot of good wins in the UFC, and he's fighting a guy that's unranked right now. So we've seen that huge jump up backfire, and I think it will. I think you'll just see the MMA experience on display in this one. He has more paths to win. He's hard to hit on the feet. He really is. I know he walks forward, but he uses his arms well. He's always putting on a good pace, and I think that's a bad recipe for Pereira. I definitely see the danger that Pereira poses, but I just think the value in this one's on Strickland, so I'm going to pick him.
100p Dano.
I'm riding with Sean Strickland too, and I feel like first off, I'll be so sad if Pereira knocks Strickland out cold. Which, if it stays on the feet for too long, it possibly could happen. But Pereira, who got out grappled by Michailidis for about a round, maybe over a round, I feel like Strickland's gonna be better on the ground. He's been training a lot on the ground. I've seen an interview of Darren Till who says Strickland by sub. Someone who's been training with him, seeing what his game plan's like, talking to him. I feel like it's going to be maybe a boring fight, but Strickland's just going to be on the ground. I hope elbowing punches from the guard, tiring Pereira out. So, and I really want a Sean Strickland post-fight interview with fans. I think that'd be awesome. So, give me Strickland.
That would be something.
I think if Strickland wins, it looks a lot like Danny Sabatello this last one.
Maybe. I feel like he's going to be too aggressive. Like, Strickland, he's going to be elbowing, kneeing him up on the ground.
Yeah.
I hope so.
Maybe. He's going to, and he's going to want to call out Adesanya. I mean, whoever's going to call out Adesanya, but Strickland wants to. So
I expect him to land him for 3 rounds and then call him out. That makes perfect Strickland nonsense sense. All right, Fishman, what do you got?
You know who I'm riding with. This is my fighter of the week, Alex Pereira. So Sean Strickland, he's made his little run here, I'd say. And I think he's just going to have to Danny Sabatello this out to win. But what Pereira brings to the table is kicks. And he is going to come out, and I think he's going to kick the shit out of Strickland's legs. He's going to keep him at distance. And I don't think it's scary Strickland has the ability to hold him there, but he's with Teixeira. He's working on getting up, and the perfect weapon to keep people away from you is he's long as fuck. He's got dangerous ass legs. He's got dangerous kicks. He's got dangerous punches. All he needs is one clean left hook, and Strickland's out. He's going to get fucking ragdolled, and I see it coming. Strickland is going to get chewed up by leg kicks, and if he closes the distance, he's going to get clipped with a left hook. He's going to sleep. Baby, let's go.
That's passion you won't get anywhere else.
Yeah, bro, that was real passion. This guy really wants this guy to win. Let's go.
Let's
Me
go.
too, man. All right, yo. We're split on that one. Gonna have to tune into the sheet, man. We're moving into the co-main. Debatably should be the main event. The champ, Alexander Volkanovski, coming out against Max Holloway for the 3rd boot. Volk is 2-0. I'm riding him again because I've rode him the last 2 times, and he only looks better. Whereas Max Holloway in his last fight against Yair, yeah, you can argue Yair looks incredible and all this stuff. But guess what? Yair was winning a lot of that on the feet, and Holloway was the one that had to result to those takedowns and whatnot. And that's not something he can do against Volkanovski. And Volkanovski's stand-up is all he's been working on. He literally pieced Zombie up, made a fool out of that boy. They had to just stop it because they knew what was about to happen, and he was putting so much damage on him. Everyone's writing Max Holloway as yeah, plus money. Guess what? I'm getting Volkanovski at a best price. I think I've gotten him in the entire trilogy. Minus 170. Give me that. I'm eating that. Minus 170 all day long. He's the more well-rounded. He's on the way up. He knows if he wins this bout, he can jump up, start battling better things. Dana White already told him if he wins, he can go up and go for the belt. This guy's on to big, big things, and he's ready to finish this argument and be the undisputed guy of this division. Alexander the Great. Take me to the moon, baby, for the third time. Goosey, what do you got?
Go someone else. Go someone else.
Every time with this guy. Fishman, what do you got?
All right. At first, I was riding Holloway, but I just thought Holloway was going to just maybe come out and out volume it out, you know. But I look back and, like CEO says, the great Decisionovsky he's evolving into the Finishovsky. Oh shit, that's
You cooked that one. You cooked that
I'm
one
letting
up.
him rip today, huh? Let's get back to seriousness here. Volkanovski, he has evolved and he's coming out to bang. He's got cinder fists, and Holloway's just gonna really have to put on an astronomical performance to beat him. Volk's been in the deepest waters and chokes, got out of it, and you need to really beat this guy to beat him. I think you got to really, really beat him. He needs to be dead to beat him. That's my take.
That's your take. Dana, what do you got?
I'm riding Volkanovski with everything you guys have pretty much just said. I feel like we've seen this fight twice. You know, it's kind of just sit back and just what do you think's going to happen? And I feel like Volks has looked really good in his past fights. And the Ortega fight looked good rounds 4 or 5. So, you know, the cardio is going to be there. He put on a good display against Korean Zombie. And I just feel like over 5 rounds is a lot of Volkanovski to deal with. So, I don't know, maybe the doubts will creep into Holloway's mind and he'll be a little less of what he usually is, but just Volk, I feel like is too good right now. He's kind of reaching like almost maybe GOAT status for featherweight. This fight will really, really help it out.
Yeah,
Give me
that's
Volk.
facts. That is facts. All right, let's hear it, Goose.
In this top 10 pound for pound matchup, you know, I got to take the best. And the best is blessed, baby. I think that's good. That is good.
That's good. That's good.
I think, and on a serious note, I mean, this is kind of a numbers game at this point. If Volk and Max fight 10 times, Volk's going to win probably 6 and Max is going to win 4. I think we're picking one out of Max's pile in this one. You know, you fight 3 times, they're so even. I think Max just finds a way to go out and get it done simply because he's kind of due. You know, that's not. I don't think Volkanovski made that huge jump like it looked. I think he went from fighting another world-class fighter, like elite top 10 pound for pound fighter, to fighting an old Korean Zombie last time. He did look good, but I think stylistically it's not going to be that easy for him to go in and get out of this one. Max has fought Calvin Kattar, whose style matched up very well to Volk. He looked good in that fight. And then Yair Rodriguez, he got tagged a few times because he's throwing some pretty crazy stuff in the octagon. And that's what happens. He still went in there, dogged it out. I don't think Holloway's taking this decline like a lot of the people or a lot of the public thinks right now. And I think he's going to be able to go out there, dog it out, and get it done. So give me blessed Max Holloway in this one.
All right, buddy. We're moving into the main event. We're going to find out if the best is blessed. And we're going to find out if he can really beat him. All right, we're moving into the main. Israel Adesanya versus Jared Cannonier. Minus 425 on the style bender. Jared Cannonier plus 315. What What do we do here? It's tough because it's really hard to see Izzy lose. I mean, this stylistic matchup is very much in his favor. He's probably the best striker the UFC's debatably ever seen. You know, he's up there with the greats, top 5 at least. And this is probably going to be a striking match. I mean, Jared Cannonier, not the best offensive wrestler in times, say, and I mean, shit. I mean, I guess I can see it happening if you really want to like throw it up and have some daydreams. But I mean, Israel Adesanya is going to be the more crisp guy all the way around. His takedown defense is going to be great. He's going to be hitting them with shots from left and right, setting traps. Probably another highlight for Israel Adesanya, bro. I just don't know if I'm going to pay the price yet. I'm not sure if he's parlay worthy either, honestly. I mean, I might just have a small play on the over, but that might be it for me. But I think Israel Adesanya wins this bout. Fine, minus 425 though, sketchy. Goosey, hype this guy up though.
I'm rocking the Izzy shirt. I'm picking Izzy in this one. I definitely don't think it's going to be an easy night out for him. I see Cannonier definitely being a worthy opponent. Similar to what a lot of people thought Paulo Costa and Izzy was going to be. I think that Cannonier is going to be able to go out and put a few shots on him and sort of test him. I think he'll be able to grab him. I don't know if he'll be able to get him down or keep him down, but I think we're going to see a really good Izzy in this fight. He's saying he wants to go out there and really beat him up. He wants to do some damage. He's been grinding hard. I follow him on social media. He's always posting the gym and all that. And he's kind of the king right now. I think Cannonier has good power and he's going to be dangerous early, but the later this fight goes, the more it definitely sways Izzy's way as he's used to those 5-round fights. We saw Cannonier starting to get tired even in his last fight. He was able to push the pace and get Brunson out of there in the second, but that gas tank was definitely fading at that point. And what is shaping up to be a 5-rounder, I think Izzy's able to go out there and get it done. And the way he's talking, I wouldn't rule out a late finish in this one because I think Cannonier's gonna grind this one out until he can't anymore. And if that comes in the 4th or 5th round, Izzy's gonna have the cardio and the technical striking to do it. So give me Izzy late finish or decision in this one.
Fishman, what do you got?
Cannonier is 8-5 in the UFC. Kind of had like I don't want to say an easy path to the title, but Izzy's been making good work of the top contenders, so they got to mix it up for him. But Cannonier coming off of 2 wins, Kelvin and Brunson, 2 caliber guys. Before that, he gets his arm broken by Rob, but this dude is a specimen. He's coming in at I had him at +3, whatever. He's at 300 underdog price. But Izzy is he's at a different level. He's going to keep his distance. But one thing I want to see from Izzy is I like how he's saying he wants to come out there and fuck him up because there ain't no way I want to watch you do that Rob fight again. Because Rob was chasing you like a fucking madman and you were just not doing shit, bro. Like, fucking go out there and fuck him up. Stand there and fucking bang, bro. If you say you're gonna fucking do it, do it. Fucking. But yeah, bro, price is inflated, but I think Izzy's getting the dub. But, bro, like, that shit, Rob's my middleweight champ. Fuck out of here with that.
Let's go.
Clearly on the wrong side of that prediction. Dano, finish us off. Let's go.
We're sweeping because I'm going to ride with the style bender, and I feel like he's going to style on Cannonier. I don't think there's too much to think about. As long as he doesn't end up on bottom, because we've seen what happens when Cannonier is on top. You know, big ground and pound, elbows. But if he can avoid that, and I think he will, because Adesanya's got pretty good takedown defense, and he's quick, and I feel like Cannonier is going to be setting up like overhands to get the takedown sometimes, and Izzy's just going to be out of there. He's not going to be even in the hitting zone. So I feel like we're going to get a show from Izzy, and I feel like it's going to be the finish. So, yeah. That's it.
Those are the picks. That's the breakdown. Leave a like, drop a comment. Let's get it. We're doing this every single week. Follow us on Instagram, TikTok, Discord. Let's go. Catch you next week. Catch you with the dubs. Drop us on a tag. We're going to the
Hit
moon.
the Twitter. Hit the Twitter. Hit the Instagram. At Guillotine Geeks. Boom. 4 names. Dricus Duplessis, Ian Gary, Sean O'Malley, Israel Adesanya.
Let's go. All right. We you.
Boom, boom.